influencer, someone who has a large following and can influence people's opinions, behaviors, and purchase decisions. And although a piece of me cringes every time I hear the phrase influencer, I know that I myself happen to fit that description. I've been on social media since I was 10. It first started with occasional photos of my coolest preteen moments, such as drinking pineapple juice straight from the can, and a handful of years later, my relationship with social media took an unexpected turn when I posted a YouTube video that ended up getting millions of views. And from the age of 15 until now, my platforms have grown into not just a job, but a whole whirlwind of experiences. My social media has given me the opportunity to attend events, partake in interviews, and the one I value the most, it has introduced me to some of the most amazingly creative people I've ever met. I'm very grateful for my social following, and I recognize the immense privilege I have as a content creator. I don't want to come off as ungrateful. The intention is to not throw away everything that I've been blessed with or leave my followers in the dust, but rather shift the direction and intention of my content to something more meaningful. I kind of like to think of it as fast food versus slow food, or McDonald's versus a nutritious home-cooked meal. In this comparison, the fast food are the videos that influencers whip out that take little effort to produce, but end up reeling in a whole lot of profit and views. And the slow food, or the nutritious home-cooked meal, is the content that takes time to prepare. There's planning, prepping, and intention involved. Fast food content is like dopamine, a short dose of happiness that does not serve us in the long run. It engages us for a small moment in time, but really isn't beneficial. Fast food content doesn't have much of a purpose. It's stuff that sucks us into the doom-scrolling mentality that keeps us on our phone for hours. Slow food content is like serotonin, creating a long-lasting feeling of joy. Slow food content is meaningful. It teaches us something new or motivates us, gives us insight, or expands our perspective. I know that my videos have helped people, but to me, they feel meaningless and they feel mass-produced, and I don't want to be a fast food influencer anymore. I want to be a slow food content creator, and that transition starts now. I want to clarify, I'm not judging anyone for using social media. Trust me, I too often vegetate in front of my phone for an amount of time I'm way too embarrassed to admit, but recently I'm starting to feel like it's just a waste. I feel so low and antsy anytime I check my phone. I believe that social media has its pros and could be used for good, but for me and where I'm at in my life, I want to see what it's like to be free from social media. I'm a bit curious of all the ways I will spend my hours that are usually consumed by my screen time. A few months ago, I approached the subject of potentially quitting social media, but there were some major contributing factors involved, like the fact that social media is literally my main source of income. And so that led me to the question, how can an influencer quit social media? I quickly realized how tied my daily life was to my image on the internet. I felt obligated to post my life. I mean, I've been posting every week for the past 5 years. This is a big adjustment. I can't just delete it and be done. People would think I was dead. And with a few weeks of consideration, I came to the conclusion that I am deleting social media, but I had a plan. I kissed my sweet, sweet addictive outlets goodbye, except for one, YouTube. Personally, I don't view YouTube as social media, and apparently the App Store doesn't either, so my opinion is justified. I've also never been addicted to YouTube. Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, those are all apps that just felt like a trap, but YouTube feels more like a place to share my creative ideas. Plus, over the years, I've built a community on YouTube, and I've grown up with my subscribers. I started filming myself at a really young age, and they started watching me at a young age. That's super special, and I don't want to give that up. And so, whether you be an old viewer or a new one, I hope that you stay tuned and join me on my de-influencing journey as I start to create content from a place of inspiration rather than expectation. Thank you so much for listening and for sharing your time, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye!